While WrestleMania 40 might be a little far away, today we're going to be talking about the potential main event opponent for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. What's going on, guys? Andrew here from What's Good in Wrestling. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content, and if you are, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm working on this background. I know it's kind of lackluster. It's kind of not very good. It's not very oozy, if you will, but I'm going to be fixing it. And as mentioned before, we're going to be talking about Roman Reigns' potential main event opponent at WrestleMania, because it's looking like no matter who is put in front of the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns is always going to be winning that match until we get to WrestleMania, because it won't feel as special if he loses before the showcase of the Immortals. Now, at the time of recording this, LA Knight is finally getting his opportunity at Roman Reigns for that WWE Universal World Heavyweight Championship, and it's going to be good. I'm sure it will be. At Crown Jewel, there's going to be a story to be told, but the WWE has also teased the fact that Cody Rhodes might be coming back into the picture. So I think that if we're looking at the two most over baby faces in the WWE right now, it's Cody Rhodes and it's LA Knight. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge LA Knight fan, but my favorite current wrestler is Cody Rhodes. I've loved this guy for so long, and seeing him come back to the WWE was really special for me. He's been one of my favorite wrestlers since he literally was tag teaming with Ted DiBiase. Like, I was in a lineup outside to meet Ted DiBiase Jr. for like 6 hours in Toronto, and I asked him if Cody was with him. And it's like, I don't even know why I did that, but that actually happened. So, of course, I'd love to see Cody Rhodes be in that spot. But at the same time, I'd love to see LA Knight in that spot. So, if we're really going to be discussing, those are the two guys that need to be talked about here. So, while the storyline is hot, let's stick with LA Knight. Yeah. Me and my buddies at work are always doing that, and now we've got coworkers who have no idea who LA Knight is or what wrestling really is. We've got them saying yeah, like walking down the hall at work. So I'm so sorry to my employer. But anyways, LA Knight has literally just come in and taken the WWE audience by storm. He was given some crappy gimmicks and then finally got back into the actual LA Knight character, and we don't need to go through all that. We know the story. But with Triple H fully in charge and doing the booking, you can see and he can see that LA Knight is a megastar. And for him to go from being in a crappy storyline, a crappy character, going through some rough patches and coming out this popular, it just goes to show his work ethic and the way that this guy's just put his head up and said, I'm going for this and I'm going to be at the top of the card. Just watch me. It's inspiring for somebody like me because I'm trying to be at the top of my game. I'm trying to give you guys the best content I possibly can. And I love wrestling. I love talking about it. So seeing somebody who, you know, maybe people are saying is a little past his so-called prime, going up and performing at the rate that he is, it's inspiring. I want to be like LA Knight. I want to show that age is just a number, and you know, no matter what you do in life, you can basically get whatever you want. And what LA Knight wants is that title, and he's getting that opportunity first at Crown Jewel. Now, Cody's obviously had his chance at WrestleMania. I was in attendance. I was completely shocked. I thought for sure that Roman was going to drop those titles to Cody night 2 at WrestleMania. I wanted to see the story finish. Do you feel me?
Do you feel him, sir?
But now it's LA Knight's turn, and at Crown Jewel, I just don't see how he beats Roman Reigns. It doesn't make sense for him to drop the belt at Crown Jewel, and I think that ultimately they have different plans for the storyline of LA Knight and seeing where he's going to go. I think that him getting a world title opportunity, if there's a draft coming up, I think that they need to split him away from Roman Reigns, because I don't think that it makes a ton of sense for him to be the one to dethrone Roman. Now, mind you, if they tell a compelling story at Crown Jewel and WWE goes, oh, we need to continue this, and you know, the fans and everybody gets behind it, I think that it's very possible that he ends up in the main event with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You need time. You need to see where it's going because this storyline has just started and there's only, at the time I'm recording this, a couple weeks until Crown Jewel. Maybe there's more to this story that needs to be unpacked and the WWE should tell it. Next up is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, we've seen some weird booking recently where he won the tag team titles with main event Jey Uso and then lost those titles again to the Judgment Day. I'm not really sure what they were thinking there, but again, WWE has a plan for everything. If their plan was literally for them to get those titles just so there was a face-off between him and Roman, they're going to extreme lengths. They could have just said Cody was appearing on SmackDown and everything else. But again, I'm going to let Triple H cook because if he wants to do that, I'm just going to let him cook. I'm not against Cody winning some titles, man. I love seeing that guy win some titles, win some belts, be in a fun spot. Like, I mean, him and Jey Uso looked like they were having a good time. And maybe they're going to continue to do that for a little while, but we can start to see where WWE is trying to build things. The Usos have been attacking each other on Raw and SmackDown. That's going to end up being a WrestleMania main event. The Usos have always talked about wanting to do that. Maybe that's their final match. I don't know. They've been talking about that potentially being, you know, they're wrapping up, but I can't see the Usos leaving the WWE, but that's where WWE's going, is those two facing each other. So the tag team stuff with Cody isn't going to be happening. If it is, I mean, Ted DiBiase Jr. isn't getting out of jail. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure Cody's going to be a tag wrestler. And like I just previously mentioned, they had that face off. They wanted to see what fans were thinking. And if you went on social media and then obviously if you heard the crowd reaction, the fans still want to see Cody finish the story. They want to see that guy go after Roman again. Could it be the WrestleMania main event in back-to-back years with Cody facing Roman? There's still a long ways to go, and I'm not sure how WWE is going to get there, but they've already started to show the cracks in how they can get Cody to squeeze in there. And they've kind of teased us a little bit. That trade with Jey Uso going to Raw, I didn't think Kevin Owens was going to be the guy going to SmackDown. We all thought it was going to end up being Cody Rhodes. That's not what happened. So WWE's like, here's a little teaser, but that's not actually what's happening. And that's fun. It's exciting. You don't really know what's happening and you can't just assume what's going to happen. I also want to mention, and this is no disrespect to LA Knight, but as in terms of the in-ring product and telling a story, we'll have to see how he does at Crown Jewel, but the better overall match in terms of wrestling quality would definitely be Cody versus Roman. They put on an absolute banger. They put on a classic at night 2 at WrestleMania 39. I mean, I was in the audience. I heard the reaction to Cody coming out. I was a part of it. I was a part of hearing the reaction to Roman when he came out, the face-off, the match itself. People were literally standing, sitting on the edge of their seat. Like, there was people like legitimately in tears. Like, there was people shaking. I kid you not. I was in the building. It was insane. And it was the most successful WrestleMania that they've ever had. The most money, the most merchandise, obviously, like the big crowd. They want to continue to do things like that. And this is the time where WWE needs to really show, like, hey, we're still the #1 company in the world. And that might mean that Cody needs to face Roman again at WrestleMania 40 and get that love from the Philadelphia crowd. So what do you guys think? Is Cody going to finish the story, or is LA Knight booking his ticket to the top of the WWE? Leave it in the comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Is Roman even going to have the title by then? I think he will. I think they want to see how far they can go with this. But again, sound off in the comments. That's what's good in wrestling. I'm Andrew. I'll see you guys in the next video.